What? Auntie Maxine on the show today. I had to go with my Reclaiming My Time t-shirt, of course. I did want to wear my my bleep button. Can you get a bleep ready? I have a just another with no wall t-shirt with Donald Trump's because they defunded. They took it. Okay. Did you see Fat Orange Elvis doing his usual routine at Mar-a-Lago? Oh my God, he's such a sad, pathetic little. Is it wrong to be as entertained as I am by it now? He does like the same material every night, right? Yeah. Just these unsuspecting people that are at the buffet or whatever. He's like, it's the rigged election, and also we're taking a look. We're looking very closely in Arizona. Taking a look. We're looking very closely. We're keeping an eye on that rigged election. It's the same, right?
It's like the Mar-a-Lago version of the Bellagio fountains.
Yeah. It's like you
show up and you watch the show and then you go. It's the same every time.
He's like a robot malfunctioning at this point. Yeah. Just the same like for. Oh God, I'd forgotten how much I missed his. Just like doesn't he have like a not even just 8-word vocabulary? He has like a 4-phrase. Looking at that very strongly, we're going to take a look. Look at that rigged election, fake news, witch hunt. It's like
never happened before.
Right. Votes. It's like a Frankenstein vocabulary stitched together with just favorite words and phrases, just kind of. Yeah, it's all
thrown in there.
Yeah, just a lot of putting on the Ritz.
That's really weird.
That was the one. It's just these clips. I'm like, oh my God, this is more fantastic than anything I could have imagined. Him and his stupid. Office statement of the office of the 45th president. Here's another statement.
And someone pointed out on Twitter that he's tagging everything in these
like
statements
it's a tweet.
Like he's still on Twitter. Yeah.
Such a sad, pathetic, irrelevant little man. Oh, it's so fun now. Okay. Yeah, what was I going to say? I can't remember what else I was going to say. Oh, right. So Biden canceled all his stupid wall contracts because he'd stolen all the money from the military, right? He's supposed to be so pro-military. He stole money that was meant for everything else. So Biden gave it back. Okay. So he is just another with no wall.
Yep. Yeah.
I'll switch into that shirt tomorrow, but I had to, Auntie Maxine finally today. Hooray. Rockstar cheers.
Yep.
Okay. I had Funky Cold Moderna number 2 Friday.
How was it?
I did my usual, 2-hour hike on Saturday, 3-hour bike ride, 2-hour hike yesterday, hour indoor bike ride. Is that normal? Is that a normal reaction?
Yes. How's your taste and smell?
It's been coming back. Yeah, it's better. It's been coming back even since the first shot.
But I know, but sometimes the second shot like really pushes everything into overdrive.
Juices it all.
I don't. Yeah, well, it's already coming back from the first shot. But anyway, I was looking at this story, and I think this is really true. CDC says some vaccine reactions were caused by anxiety. I was more anxious that everyone told me I was going to have a horrible
100%.
reaction. Like, I was just like, okay, when is it hitting? When is it hitting? Everyone's like, go to bed for the whole weekend and just drink fluids. I was like, okay, but I feel fine. Should I go to bed? I don't feel like. Also, I have a system like a hummingbird, so I never sleep. Well, that's the main thing. I never sleep. So it's like, you're going to pass out and sleep for 12 hours. I'm like, oh, please. I never sleep. I don't. Okay. So that's one of the side effects for me. But I took a couple Tylenol because I can never tell because I don't sleep. I'm feeling a little headachy and tired or it's the whatever. But yeah, I was sitting there.
The hours that we work.
Yes. Or that we're in morning radio and that sucks.
Yeah.
Hours wise. But yeah, it was anxiety, not a problem with the shots that caused some fainting, dizziness, and other short-term reactions in dozens of people at coronavirus vaccine clinics in 5 cities. U.S. health officials have included. I thought that was really interesting because I think we're all anxious to some degree. And I think part of it is everybody reads stuff on social media and Facebook and you're like, oh my God, right? Like you freak out. It can start with a person fainting that can set off a chain reaction of symptoms in anxious people who hear or see about that first person. These days, people all read things, also react to things they read or watch on Facebook or other sites. One doctor said these people are not crazy. They're experiencing real physical responses to psychological stress. So I mostly spent the weekend stressed that I was about, and then other people seemed to be rooting for it. They were like, okay, but sometimes it hits later. I'm like, okay, well, thank you for your thoughts that it will hit later.
That's why I always was careful to say, prepare for a day off. If you need it, you have it. If not, great.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, a little. I can't tell. Fatigue or something. I took a couple Tylenol. I was fine. But anyway, I don't mean to, Chris, just because you're the only Team Pfizer here. I mean, we don't mean to gang up on you or anything.
Jeez.
Like I had a choice.
Oh, but did I mention I got the second?
Funky cold Moderna.
What? Vaxxed to the max. Vaxxed and waxed. Vaxxed and ready to party. What?
Are you waxed?
Are you waxed? Are you waxed?
Yeah. Well, it's more just a little shave. Okay.
You should have waited about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I'll do it again.
It's gonna be stubbly then.
Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna.
Just don't you worry.
Prickles.
It's not like you're interested in what's happening down there. It'll all be ready to go. A couple of weeks. All right, Chris. I know you're competitive as a Pfizer because you have the eye of the Pfizer, of course. Moderna just made the Pfizer vaccine's biggest weakness an even bigger one. Uh-oh. Both vaccines do an impressive job of providing protection against COVID-19. It's actually exactly as effective. But Moderna's is much easier to get from production facilities into patients' arms. Pfizer and Moderna have been, can I have some Rocky music? Have been close rivals in the COVID-19 vaccine race ever since they announced the starts of their phase 3 vaccine trials on the very same day back in July. But Pfizer edged ahead en route to the finish line. They got the emergency authorization in December. It was only 7 days later Moderna got... 7 days later, Moderna got theirs. Okay. But their vaccines are not identical. One of the big differences from the start has been their storage temperature requirements were slightly not as funky, not as quite as cold Moderna, is my point.
Well, then that jingle makes no sense.
It is cold. It doesn't have to be as cold as Pfizer, which makes it better. Okay, that's where Pfizer's weakness lies. For longer periods, it must be stored at ultra-cold temperatures. The vaccine may be kept at standard refrigerator temperatures for only 5 days. Moderna's can be kept at standard refrigerator temperatures for as long as a month. It can be stored for as long as 7 months in a standard freezer. But this week, Moderna said further research showed they can safely maintain refrigerator temperatures for up to 3 months. Many doctors' offices or pharmacies may prefer to stock up on a vaccine that can be kept in a refrigerator for a long period of time. They may have limited freezer space or no freezer space at all. I'm just saying, in honor of my second shot, Chris, Moderna has pulled ahead in the competition. I'm not saying I'm signing
just
up
glad people are getting vaccinated.
Me too. We're all team vaccine. That's the point.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Dr. Redlener loved that. I was like, it's a joke. We're all team vaccine.
Yeah.
All we do know is that everyone in the world rips us off. Really, Jimmy Fallon? Really? He's saying funky cold Moderna? Really?
There was more production work in his.
I don't care. We can't afford production. My point is, this is why this is why it was rocketing around Twitter about us getting our own late night TV show. They might as well get it from the original source because our stuff ends up on everybody else's show anyway.
Can you imagine us with a budget?
Right?
I mean, my God.
I did. Somebody pitched it, and I was like the Sexy Liberal Show, starring Stephanie Miller, John Fugelsang, Hal Sparks, and Frangela. What a fantastic idea!
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and this was very sweet. Barebones tweeted, "Sure hope CNN's Story of Late Night series doesn't overlook the very funny, groundbreaking late night TV show, The Stephanie Miller Show, which I remember watching and enjoying and feeling it was way too short-lived." Yeah,
well,
and can I just say, no, they will not include it. I never get included. Although some
maybe
people,
they'll include.
Some people had a show that lasted just as long, but they were famous, like Chevy Chase or whoever.
Chevy Chase lasted shorter time than you did.
I believe it. I believe so. Yes.
Okay, and will they include the Danny Bonaducci part of the Stephanie Miller late night show?
Maybe I will. Maybe I will get included because someone more famous hosted the last week after I got fired. Maybe they will call it the Danny Bonaducci Show, previously hosted by Stephanie Miller.
Stephanie Miller, right.
Or the Stephanie Miller Show starring Danny Bonaducci.
Right.
Have you ever met Danny Bonaducci in person?
Oh yes, no,
Have
we're
you?
buddies.
Okay.
We're buddies because
Okay,
he had a
okay.
daytime show at Disney the same time I had. So they pony showed us
Okay.
together. We trotted around to publicize our shows. Yeah.
You had a
So they
daytime show?
canceled his daytime show, and then they thought maybe they'll put him in my. And then no, that didn't work either. So
No.
we both got fired. What's the word? Fired.
Fired.
Yeah.
All right.
What's the word?
I can't imagine him doing a daytime show.
I know, right? What was that about?
Yeah. I don't know.
That was
Hangovers?
Disney seasons of great ideas.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay.
That was the Eisner era too. Wow.
Oh, also the Kentucky Derby is ripping us off. What's his name? Moderna, whatever. They meant Moderna. That's who won. Who won, Sean?
Medina Spirit.
Right. Moderna Spirit, yeah.
That's why I found you don't play around with the funky cold Medina.
That's the original? I forgot how. Oh, was that really? I couldn't remember anymore.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's how it sounds.
Yeah. Kentucky Derby and Jimmy Fallon ripping us off in the same week.
No.
Okay. All right. So, I was wondering what was happening in right wing world. Lindy Lee says President Biden gave Dr. Biden a dandelion for love. Matt Gaetz gave a 17-year-old a Venmo payment for sex. Guess which one Republicans are furious over? Really dandelions? That's their latest thing.
That's their bugaboo.
That he picked a dandelion for. Everyone knows that means make a wish. It's a very sweet gesture.
Yes, it was.
You
very
give someone
sweet.
a dandelion, it means make a. Oh my God! Really? This is just all they've got. Biden's
They got nothing.
right.
They got nothing.
Approval ratings and wildly popular programs. Really, really. Oh my God! And Doug Emmer. How do you say his last name? Our second
Emhoff.
gentleman.
Emhoff.
Emhoff. Oh my God! Did you see his love things to comment
Yes.
during the speech? Okay.
Yeah, it was adorable.
I guess they're just unaccustomed to love that you don't pay for on the. Yeah. You know the whole QAnon thing? Isn't it curious to you that there are a bunch of those politicians, but they picked the wrong party because they all seem to be Republican. Okay. And Mitt Romney got booed and called a communist.
Yes.
So that is your Republican Party, ladies and gentlemen.
As you do.
Isn't it magic? What else was he called? He was booed. He was called a communist and a traitor for saying he was not a fan of Donald Trump's character or something.
Yes. Yeah.
And now they're
voting
thinking
for
of
impeachment twice.
Yeah, they're thinking of getting rid of Liz Cheney. So they're okay. So
And Susan Collins was appalled by this news.
was she
miffed.
disturbed? Was she disturbed and
Yes.
startled once again?
Her hair got a little mussed.
Oh, that's surprising. That's surprising that Susan Collins was surprised and disappointed once again. Okay.
Disappointed!
All right. So did I sum up what's happening? I mean, it's a lot, but
And Olympia Dukakis passed away.
I
too,
know. I know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we all need to snap out of it, right, Cher?
Yes, we do.
Okay. Cher did get to talk to her before she passed.
Yes.
Snap out of it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Your life's going down the toilet.
All right, and lots of festive news about what the Giuliani thing means. That I think a lot of people are going to be going through some things from the Trump administration.
So.
Remember, everyone's like, "Oh, Merrick Garland's too centrist and too." I think Merrick Garland is right, just getting revved up, man. I mean, yeah. I think Glenn Kirshner was right. He told us on Friday he's never been more optimistic that justice is coming.
I think every time Merrick Garland opens a filing cabinet in the Justice Department,
He's like,
he sees
"What
something that's
is
horrifying.
this?"
Yeah, that's horrifying. And so he has to open up another investigation.
Like lifting a rock. What is under the rock? Oh my God!
Potato bug.
Well, like we always said, you can't ignore it. This is not. I mean, Bill Barr ran a department that was completely about persecuting Trump's enemies and protecting his friends. And all that's coming out now is just the truth on all of that. It's not, because, that's what they're, it's vengeance. It's like, no, they're going where the facts are and where the evidence is. And oh my God. Okay, so that's all just, it's kind of festive. It's all sort of festive. And I'm vaxxed to the max.
Well,
vaxxed and relaxed.
In 2 weeks, you will be.
Right. Well, I'm just saying. I'm still bracing because people seem to be rooting for like, oh, mine was until 48 hours. Okay, mine was a week later. You just wait. I was like, okay, all right.
Consider yourself lucky.
Yes, I do. I do consider myself very lucky. I don't.
Okay.
All right. Huh? Okay, I'm just saying.
All right.
Plus, okay, I don't get when people go, my arm's sore. I'm like, of course your arm's sore. They jabbed a needle in your muscle.
Yes.
When I got my second shingles vaccine, my arm was sore to the point where I could barely move it. So there is something that goes on.
Yeah.
With that. It didn't happen. It didn't happen with my my Pfizer vaccine, but it did happen with my shingles vaccine.
Well, that's because your arm.
I get that.
Your arm is very flabby. Your arm is very
Yes,
flabby.
It's too heavy to lift.
It's all fat.
Caitlyn Jenner came out against trans girls, so that's fantastic.
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Caitlyn.
All right.